Kunal, Tom, and Elizabeth. We're talking Suspicion coming to Apple TV Plus on February 4th. I mean, this is so exciting. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
Oh my gosh,
talking
what a
to
great
us.
introduction.
Yeah.
Kunal, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the series. So, the son of Uma Thurman's character gets kidnapped. It's a shocking way. It goes viral. What can we tease a little bit about the series?
Yeah, I mean, Leo Newman gets kidnapped. Four or five British citizens get implicated in the kidnapping because they were all there that night, and their lives get turned upside down in a blink of an eye because everything gets plastered on social media, and you don't know who's done it until the end, until literally the very last second of the show.
So you have to watch the entire series to go ahead and find that out. With all these situations and all the characters, there is, travel, there's family celebrations, there's the classroom, there's a family business. There are so many people, involved, and you kind of ride that line between something and a situation being ordinary and someone being suspicious. Tom, let's go ahead and start with you, and then we'll go down the line. How did you ride that fine line of, playing your character of being ordinary and suspicious at the same time?
Well, I suppose you just have to play the truth of what your character is trying to achieve. And I think if you're trying to get away with something, or if your character is trying to, which I can't reveal whether he is or isn't, but then he would be doing his best to not be found out. You can only play the truth of any scenario that you're in, I guess.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I think it was really important to Rob Williams, who wrote the show and showrun it, was that we get to see these people in their everyday ordinary lives doing things that don't seem too remarkable, but then if you kind of put a spotlight on anybody, there'd be some secrets there, and there'd be some possible regrets or some moral ambiguity that was really important, that none of us act as if we are, we all make our own little micro decisions along the way that other people might think are kind of suspicious.
I think that's true. That's true about humanity.
Yeah,
and like all these
totally.
characters, whether they are involved or not, every single one of these characters, and I'm presuming every single person in the world, has something to hide. And that's that's really where the spotlight lies in this show. What are they hiding?
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Elizabeth, let's talk a little bit about your character. You play a professor, and at the beginning scene, we see you talking about the viral video and why people watch it and why something becomes viral and why you feel something to be important. Let's talk a little bit about that, and maybe a viral moment in your life that someone has shared, either a video or something with you that you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe, like, I'm seeing this, and then you pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really interesting question, because there are some videos that do just go viral, and like I've posted videos that I go, this is gonna go viral, and then it doesn't at all.
Yeah,
and then you put something
17
up,
likes. Yeah.
and then something else that you spent 1 second on, it gets millions of views. So it's like, what is that magic? And I don't think anybody knows. Nobody has enough money to figure out what that is. It's human interaction with something that it's really difficult to measure, and so I think it's a really interesting question to go, well, would you like it if nobody else did? And are you just watching this because everyone else did? Or is there something that is quintessentially human and universal that everybody goes, yes, that's fun? The grumpy cat, or funny animal videos, or, there's just, so I don't know if that answered your question, but I'm trying to think of viral videos that
let's talk, especially, a lot of times, especially during the pandemic, someone has always texted you or said, I've been binge watching this show. You got to see this, you got to watch this, and you've gotten sucked in. I guess let's go down the line. Kunal, has that happened to you, as far as, maybe a show or movie you may not have seen, but everyone kept telling you about it, that you're like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and check it out?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, there are many shows like that, especially in this day and age where there's so many TV shows. I'd say Money Heist was one of those that everyone talked about, that when I started watching, I was, obviously hooked and obsessed. But yeah, I mean, I think it happens all the time. I'm hoping Suspicion is going to be one of those, I'm hoping Suspicion, that comes out on Friday 4th on Apple TV Plus, seriously becomes, and I'm serious, becomes one of those shows that people talk about, it becomes viral, and we have a lot of, hashtags like Tell the Truth and Suspicion, and we hope those really create this sort of viral movement for people to want to know who's behind this.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And Elizabeth, you just posted a joke on Instagram as far as pitching, Real Housewives series. Is Real Housewives, is that your series?
That's our next pitch. We're all available after this. So
Real Housewives of Suspicion.
Real Housewives of Suspicion. Yeah.
Tom, you are going to be joining the stage in London again. It's been a while since you've been there. How excited are you for that? And any plans to ever come to the to Broadway or to the States to do a show?
I would love to come to Broadway if you're offering. We're going back to do the Seagull, which we'd started pre-pandemic, pre-first lockdown, and we did 5 previews. And then on the 5th preview, our stage manager came on stage whilst we were warming up and said, Society of London Theatres have called, we've got to go dark. So we went dark. And then so it's really, I think, special that we're able to go full circle with that production and finish it. And it means a lot to me and a lot of the returning cast to do the Seagull, which is 29th of June.
And if you DM Tom, you get 10% off on tickets.
That is awesome.
I don't have that kind of authority.
and then final thing, Kunal here. I've been loving watching Mayim Bialik on Jeopardy. Is there any talk as far as like you and Jim Parsons and Simon, joining Celebrity Jeopardy at some point?
Oh, you'd
That
be
would be
great
great.
at that.
Don't think I'm smart enough.
Of course you
I mean,
are.
you know what? It's a great pitch. Actually, nothing has come to my attention at least. But now that you've mentioned it, I'll maybe make some phone calls.
This is
Could
like
we be in the audience?
3 or 4 pitches you've done.
Yeah, this is
yeah.
great.
I gotta get to work. I gotta
Boy.
get to Broadway. I gotta get to Jeopardy.
Secret word for Apple TV Plus.
Thank you so much for your time today. Suspicion coming out on February 4th on Apple TV Plus.